So finally you've decided that Paleo Ketogenic Diet, aka PKD, is right for you. How do you get started? We'll find out in today's video. Welcome back to my channel. Paleo Ketogenic Diet is a version of Carnivore diet. However, it was designed in the clinical settings with an explicit goal of reversing of gut permeability, which we now know is at the center of so many different chronic diseases. I ended up on the Paleo Ketogenic diet because I had really bad gut permeability and resulting from it rheumatoid arthritis. Needless to say, PKD was able to reverse it, and I'm healed ever since. I've dedicated the entire playlist to Carnivore diet versus Paleo Ketogenic diet, what the differences are, what you need to do to change your Carnivore diet if you are already on it to make it into Paleo Ketogenic diet. If Paleo Ketogenic diet is right for you, check those videos out. Today I want to give you practical tips how to plunge into Paleo Ketogenic diet. There is only one accessory that you'll need to get started on the Paleo Ketogenic diet, and that is to get a device that will allow you to measure your ketone levels. The one I have used the longest is the blood ketone strips, and it is the gold standard of measuring of ketones in medicine. So you have a monitor here with a pen, needles, and a strip that you will plug in here and get your reading. The initial investment is about $40, and it comes with 10 of the strips and the needles, and then thereafter you have to buy your supplies on your own. If you've come to the Paleo Ketogenic diet because of diabetes type 1 or diabetes type 2, it is wise to get a device that will measure both ketones and glucose at the same time. This is Ketone Meter. Obviously this will gonna cost a little more, about $70 up front, and also it will come with the initial supplies of the glucose strips, the ketone strips, and the needles. Another option, a lot more cheaper and easily found just in about every drugstore, are the urine ketone strips. You are talking about an investment of $15, and it is really easy to use. It will give you a sense of direction. It is not as accurate as the blood ketone meter, because let's say if you are dehydrated, the concentration of ketones will be higher and not necessarily corresponding to what's going on in your blood. And also if you drank too much fluids, then the ketones will be diluted in your urine. But it is a cheap, convenient option, and also will do the job, especially if you are in the beginning of your journey with ketosis. Third option is the breathalyzer machine that will measure your ketones. It will capture the acetone levels in your breath, and the concentration of them in your breath will correspond to the ketone levels in your blood. It is an investment, $60-70 up front. It comes with the special tubes, and the good thing about this machine is that you don't have to prick your finger and you don't have to spend that much money for replenishing of the supplies. Your next step to get started on the Paleo Ketogenic diet is to shop for animal saturated fats. I have here tallow from Wagyu. This is one of my most favorite brands. The texture is right, the flavor is perfect, and the price is very reasonable. You can also get lard, duck fat, butter. Now, if you are coming to the PKD from conventional ketogenic diet, forget about coconut oil, palm oil, olive oil. I know they're touted as the healthy ones, but they have no place on the Paleo Ketogenic diet. So this is a message for all of you that have done conventional ketogenic diet in the past. You will be required to achieve ketosis only with the use of animal saturated fats. Let's talk about your meat. You will be eating meat from four-legged animals. So say hello to your steaks, lamb chops, or to the good old pork. And the great thing with pork is that many of the pork cuts have so much fat in it already that you don't really need to add extra saturated fat to your meat. You do not want to prioritize seafood, fish, or chicken. If you really like to eat them, maybe have about 10%, but really for gustatory pleasures and for variety. But really 85 to 90% of your meat consumption should come from four-legged animals. A very important aspect of the paleo ketogenic diet are organ meats. Don't skip them. Get used to eating at least beef liver or chicken liver. They are really easy to prepare, and there is a little trick for you. You can soak your liver in milk for about 45 minutes up to 3 hours, and it will take out all that bitterness and that typical specific to liver flavor. So when you fry it, salt it will taste a lot better. You don't need a lot. I have here a few ounces, so when I get my big piece of liver, I will cut it up, portion it into a few ounce sizes and freeze it. And when I cook it, for myself, I'll just eat it fried with salt. But for my son, I will grate it and put it into his steak. Next one up is no dairy in any amount. Kiss it goodbye. It is a hard no. Don't try to sneak it in any amount, even if it's a itty bitty tiny amount of dairy. If you want to have good results with PKD, kiss dairy goodbye. All right, next one up. Do not consume anything that comes from the plant kingdom in whatever tiny amounts. Give it all up, and that includes tea or coffee. Now, I know that with conventional carnivore diet, a lot of people continue drinking tea and coffee. Yes, it is organic, it is black, it is without sugar, it is without any other additives. But if you want to be successful on the paleo ketogenic diet, and you really want to expedite the healing of your gut, you need to give up on tea and coffee, and you will notice the difference. Also, you will be amazed how much better your body gets hydrated when you stop drinking tea and coffee. It is quite amazing. Once you get hang of ketosis, how they work, and how much fat you need to add to what you are eating daily, don't obsess about levels of your ketones. It is really useful in the initial phase of transitioning to the paleo ketogenic diet. But as you progress, you should eat more intuitively and really enjoy, eating of rich foods that have lots of animal proteins and lots of animal fats and other amino acids. Now, with time also, your ketone level may drop even though you are consuming the same amount of fat. Don't panic, don't worry, you're not doing anything wrong. What happens is when your body adapts to the fat metabolism, it will become more efficient at utilizing of free fatty acid for your muscles, and your body will make just enough ketones to go to other parts of your body, namely your brain. So your liver will not spit out that many ketones as in the beginning. So don't worry, you're not doing anything wrong. Your ketone levels may fluctuate based on the efficiency of your metabolism, and this is part of the course. When it comes to the paleo ketogenic diet, there is no such a thing as a little bit of the bad thing, maybe a cheat meal. Don't try to sneak in anything into the paleo ketogenic diet that does not belong there. It is a diet that was developed in the clinical settings with a goal of reversing of chronic disease. So treat this diet really as a true medicine, and it will work. Now this one is for all my overachievers. They will go on the paleo ketogenic diet, want to do fasting, maybe intermittent fasting, maybe alternate day fasting, and then they want to exercise at the same time. Now, if you've been exercising prior to going on the paleo ketogenic diet, you probably can continue doing it. There's no harm in it, but it is not required. Now, if you have some serious condition and your body is exhausted dealing with it, introducing a new routine such as exercise may not be ideal. So go case by case, but you don't have to exercise or start a new exercise routine if you don't want to. You want to prioritize the health of your gut and using of the Paleo Ketogenic diet to do it with. Also, when it comes to fasting, it is not part of the Paleo Ketogenic diet simply because if you are in ketosis, you are already in the metabolic state that mimics fasting. So actual fasting isn't necessary on the Paleo Ketogenic diet. Some people still want to do it. It is up to you, but it is not part of the dietary intervention that the Paleo Ketogenic diet is. Alright, so these are my tips to get started on the Paleo Ketogenic diet. If you implement them all, you will be 100% successful. I am a carnivore coach. I am associated with Rivero.health. The link to my coaching page is in the description box. If you'd like me to walk you through the process of getting started on carnivore diet, or you want to learn more about Paleo Ketogenic diet, you can click the link below. And this will do it for this week's video. If you haven't yet, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!